Hello, and welcome to the Practice Marketing Podcast, highlighting successful strategies from North America's fastest growing clinics so you can learn from their wins and power your practice growth. I'm your host, Neil Trickett, CEO of Practice Promotions, and today I would like to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays to all. I'm going to give you 3 simple but powerful marketing tips here that you can use to get 2024 and beyond started off right for you. So let's chat about this. Things that you can start working on now to help you get off to a great start to the new year. So first off, let's talk about how people find you today, and that's by your discoverability online. So make sure that you work now on a plan to improve your practice's ability to be discovered online. So think about it, like in today's world, about 80 plus percentage of people actually reference Google before they decide on seeking medical help. They're going to look for who's in the area, who's the best, who's the experienced, what kind of reviews do they have. So people are doing their due diligence online before they'll ever reach out to you. So you want to make sure that your clinic is there at the top of Google for lots of different searches. And if it's not, then you need to focus on this and you need to look at, are you missing out on opportunities to bring new patients into your practice through more direct to consumer marketing? And that's really getting discovered online. So there's some simple things that you can get to work on right away. One is leveraging Google Business Profile. That's definitely a very simple way to improve your local searchability. So you want to look at categories there. You definitely want to put great pictures in there. You want to work on your reviews, the Q&A function in there. There's a lot of things that you can work on that's very easy to do, but can make a big impact on how people are finding you online. Then you can expand upon that and use newer tools like Apple Maps. They've come out with a brand new product that's very similar to Google Business. And so you can build out your profile within Apple Maps. And how many people use an iPhone? They're going to be using Apple Maps. So you want to have that well built out for your practice. And then Bing. Bing is actually quite popular with more seniors. And so it's very important that you build out your Bing profile so that you can be found there. So even though Google is the 800-pound gorilla in the room, you do want to have this opportunity to use Apple Maps and Bing to get your practice as discoverable online as you can. And then another way to do this too is to add more content to your website. So add some extra pages to your website around conditions that people commonly would come to you for. Maybe you can add some blogs on there too. So wherever you can add more content to your website, that's going to help with your searchability online. And sometimes the SEO part of it can be quite technical. So it is important to work with a specialist on that or a marketing agency like Practice Promotions, where we help clinics improve their search results. So that's another part of your actions that you could look at too for 2024 to improve your discoverability online, is get some outside help to help you with that. So that's a key area for you to really work on improving in 2024 and beyond, and that's your discoverability online. But people like to look at the trust factor, the social referencing, and that comes back to reviews. So if you're not getting the reviews that you should be getting in your clinic, then it's time to really look at the plan of how you can gather more reviews in the new year. And just realize that getting reviews, they're personal. We've had some great conversations with other practice owners who are really good at getting reviews, like Usual and David Lott. So check out those episodes where we're talking about getting Google reviews, because they have some great things that they're doing in the clinic to get reviews. But a key thing is that thinking about reviews are not just some automated thing that you set it, forget it. It's really part of the whole process within the clinic. And if you're getting amazing results with your patients, then you should be asking for it. Your team should be asking for it. And then also leveraging automation and technology to back that up. So make sure that you have everyone on your team in terms of a process figured out with that, things that they can say, how you can help them help more people get reviews. So of course you want to focus on Google reviews. That if you're going to work on anything, really try to get as many Google reviews as you can, but just realize that not everybody has a Gmail account, which is what you need to leave a Google review. So it's also important to work on Facebook reviews. And then even if people don't have necessarily a Facebook account or even a Google account, so let's say it's a senior that doesn't have these things, then certainly a written testimony is still very powerful. You can use those tools within your own marketing, your website. You can share that especially back to the patient's physician, of course, with their permission, but use those experiences and tools of reviews and testimonials in your marketing. It's really a key function. And one thing to realize too is that reviews are going to be great for attracting new patients in, but reviews aren't just for patients. You see, if you need to attract more talent to work at your practice, so if you need new therapists or chiropractors or even physicians, like whoever you need to come work for you that you want to attract, they're going to check you out online. So it's really important that you work on developing reviews from your top staff. So it's a great thing to work on your Indeed profile or even your Glassdoor profile and ask some of your top staff for their review and feedback on there. Let them know that you're trying to find more people just like them to come work for you, and you'd love their feedback on that website. So those will actually rank themselves when people are looking for, say, like physical therapy jobs near me or something like that. Those reviews will actually pop up, and it builds your profile as a practice so that people are going to see not only your practice website information, but they're going to see Indeed profiles, they're going to see Glassdoor profiles, and you can really build a robust review platform there for employees and how they're going to be finding you online. So it's a great thing to use reviews in that context too. So the third thing I want to talk to you about here is combating patient drop-off. And that's a big problem in today's world. There's a big financial burden back onto patients with insurance deductibles and things like that. So you have to market and sell your practice better than ever before, and especially going into the new year. So the best way to really combat patient drop-off is to really evaluate your patient experience that you have in the clinic. So now is a great time of year to look at, if you're having a high cancellation rate, if you're having a lot of drop off, then take a fresh look at your patient experience. Put yourself in the patient's shoes and look at that process as someone evaluates you online. What's your website experience like? What's the call to the front desk, the getting the information, the insurance verification, the registration process, the evaluation, the treatments, cadence, the progress, discharge, like evaluate the whole patient journey along that path and look at, are there points for education and engagement along the way where you could do better, right? What's the way to keep the patients happy and ultimately interested in their progress? Because where a lot of people do fall off is when they feel like they've reached a certain plateau. And we all know in care that we go through plateaus. And it's hard to look back sometimes at where we were 2-3 weeks ago and realize that, oh, we were in quite a lot of pain, but we're still in pain now, but it's not as bad as it was. So it's really important to work with the progress. What objective tools can you use in that experience? Maybe video is a great way to incorporate that so people can see their improvement. Wherever you can really help them through the education process. So again, use your marketing brain through this patient journey to look at, do we have processes in place and marketing tools that we're using and engagement tools that we're using to build up agreement that the patient is going through that process. And then, they're looking at, hey, we have a pain reduction phase and we have a strengthening phase and then we have a prevention phase. And so they realize that they're going through these different phases and they still have some more to come. That can really help paint the future for the patient. And then you really have to look within your team at your own standard processes across that for education, scripts, things that they would say. So it really helps everybody be on the same page of how do we treat a patient from their experience point of view as they come through our practice. So again, to recap here, get off to a great start here in the new year, I want you to really focus first on improving your practice's discoverability online, and then make a plan to gather more reviews for patients and also from employees if you need to hire. And then look at how you can combat patient drop-off by evaluating your patient experience. So just want to say here from all of us at Practice Promotions, we wish you, your family, and your staff a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season, and of course, a very prosperous new year.
Thanks again for joining us today. Be sure to check out practicepromotions.net/power. There, listeners can download over 9 checklists and free resources made to coach you through simple, proven marketing actions to increase new patients. So check it out today. That's practicepromotions.net/power, and I'll see you next time.